Warning, this video contains a lot of bloodshed, gruesome kills, torture scenes, terrorism scenes, and wars against other countries. If you don't want to see any of that stuff, please click off the video right now. If not, you have been warned. Anyways, enjoy. Black Ops 2 was a game I always enjoyed as a kid. If that was the multiplayer, or the zombies, or even the campaign, I loved it. But the crazy thing is, we're now in the same year BO2 is set in, so why not a better time than play the campaign again and relive that memory? But with a little twist. I'm a hardcore gamer and I love playing games on hard difficulties to see if I can beat them. So why not beat the campaign on the hardest difficulty? Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Colada, and today I'm going to beat the Black Ops 2 campaign on the hardest difficulty. I actually never beaten this game on the hardest difficulty before, so this will be quite fun. I haven't played this campaign in about nearly 8 years, so this will be an absolute joyride. Anyways, let's get into it. The hardest difficulty is Veteran, so let's start it up.
You have information about a threat to national security.
I miss Michael Rooker's voice so much. Anyways, our first mission I'm going to use in the FAL because I think martial rifles will be extremely useful, and I'm also using the M1911 because it's the only gun I can use. We start off the mission by saving this guy, and guess what? He dies. And then we meet with one of the most sexiest guy in Call of Duty.
They want a fight! We give them a fight! Move out!
Ugh, such a sight. Oh, moving on.
Here they come! Here they come, my brothers! Fight, my brothers!
Oh, his voice is so erratic. Anyways, of course the enemies have arrived and we have to kill them very carefully. I will admit I need to be extremely careful of what I do because there are a lot of enemies in this mission, so I need to be very careful. Using cover like the cars or the tanks or even little potholes will help me so much. Anyways, we managed to get our way to the first equipment area. And then we managed to destroy all the mortars. Then we called in air support. Man, it's so good to see Hudson again. And as Hudson, we destroyed all the incoming tanks. I swear to God, I can't tell if this is set in the Vietnam War or the Cold War era. I have literally no idea because I swear to God we fight like Vietnamese people, but I have no idea. Anyways, we destroyed all the incoming tanks. Then we have to kill these people in the cars so Hudson go through one more time. Luckily with good aim, we killed the first one. And then we killed the last one. And with probably the best aim you ever seen in Call of Duty history to kill this one person, Hudson saved my life. And after a little while, the bad guys finally start retreating. And then we board the helicopter with Hudson to save Woods, and then we say goodbye to the most sexiest guy ever in Call of Duty. We'll meet again. Then after a little while, we finally meet with the boats that containing Woods inside. But shortly after, we got hit by an RPG. And then we jump onto the boat and Mason killed this guy. I swear to God, Trout makes like the most gruesomest and like deadliest deaths known to history. The thing is, I felt like this was really easy. I had to literally check if I was on veteran difficulty, which I was. After killing everyone inside the boat, we managed to get ourselves a flak jacket, which would be quite useful. Now using this 50 cal LMG, we have to destroy all the boats. After killing all of the boats, we managed to open the container where Woods is held up, and man, I swear to God, looking at this one scene as a kid was interesting. After identifying who is Woods, we managed to get myself a Valkyrie launcher where we have to destroy this helicopter in the sky. I tell you what though, it was not easy. I kept missing a lot. After a little while, we managed to destroy the helicopter and basically alerted everyone in the entire slums. Through the jungle, we have to be extremely careful to not alert any guards. If we do, well, we die. And after what felt like hours, we managed to get to this area where I have to go into a slum house and call for extraction. The one thing I love about Black Ops 2 so much is that you get this ammo crate whenever you're at a safe location and your guns back, which I love so much about Black Ops 2. Anyways, we managed to retrieve the bear traps. Then we went to one of the houses where the radio is at, and of course he breaks it. I don't know why, but as a kid I always thought this guy was Raul Mendez, but apparently not. And after the bad guys walked in, we held this guy hostage. After he almost killed me, we managed to kill him and the house exploded and alert everyone in the entire jungle again. Mason, you are really shit at stealth. And then we have to haul back the bad guys. Luckily with my bear traps, good aim and a few grenades, we're doing pretty well. After a little while we managed to get to the shore, but of course a helicopter comes in and then we're screwed. But luckily for us, it was actually not going to capture us and it was actually helping us. And then helicopter lowered and oh my God, he's back! My knight in shiny armor. Mission successful, but of course Hudson gets shot, but Woods finished them off. Injured or not, the badass always wins. And then we board the helicopter to complete our first mission.
You can't kill me. Next to your old man.
On to the next mission. I don't really have the clip of my gun being showed, so I'm using the SMR assault rifle because the marksman rifle is quite useful, and I'm also using the Titus, whatever it's really called, whatever it is. For starters, we have to climb between rocks and swing each other, basically like monkeys in jungles. We managed to get to the other side, and of course a tree fall on us, but I managed to cut the rope and drop it down. And we finally meet with Harper. Such a beauty. And now we're flying across. Honestly, this is the main reason I absolutely love this mission so much. Like, probably one of my favorite missions simply because of this, and we have not seen it in like any other Call of Duty mission, which is just stupid, really. Anyways, we managed to get to the other side, and then we found out that the enemies can go invisible. Honestly, this is the main reason I love this mission so much, because when is the last time you ever seen invisible bad guys in Call of Duty? Never! But idiot mistake by me, and we're already going loud. Maybe I could have stealthed this a bit earlier on, but never mind. After a short while, I managed to go inside this helicopter and started killing everyone. And then we made it to the front entrance of this temple. Inside the temple, we found a secret door which opens to go into the secret lab. I don't know why, but this lab does kind of remind me of Transit when you turn on the power, but that's kind of a me thing. Then we managed to get myself invisible armor. Fun fact, didn't even use it because knowing me, I will die with it. Then we make our way through the lab, killing anyone and taking cover if we need to. And then we make our way to the elevator. We were making our way through, but there's so many enemies and that machine gun up there was just too much, and we got our first death. After we restarted, we managed to make our way through this area, and we got a little friend named J5. Then we found the scientist, a container, who was working for Raul Mendes. We interrogated him, and he told us about a rare mineral, which he gave us. I don't know why, but as a kid, I loved the colour blue on it. I just don't know why. Seconds later, he got shot on the neck, and we were in another ambush. The one thing I love about Black Ops 2 is that you can place down shields, and we've never seen it in any other Call of Duty again, and I use this for my advantage to get everyone inside. Then we met up with this rip-off Nick Fury, and we gave him the rare mineral, and then we complete our second mission, with only one death so far actually. On to the next mission, which I actually think is going to be probably one of the harder ones to do. For starters, we met up with the Chinese and the Afghanistans, or whatever, who cares. Afterwards, we managed to grab the sword, which, fun fact, didn't even use, and then we set off on horses. And then shortly we managed to get to the base. I don't know who the hell this base even is. We're inside and Mason and Wood start talking to this geezer. I don't even know who are we helping. Are we helping the Afghanistans or the Chinese? I don't even know. Who are we even fighting for? Can someone please explain? After a little interview, the base is now under attack. And then we set off on our horses once again. I feel like this mission will be extremely hard, especially the fact like we have so many enemies just out in the open which can easily kill me. Plus the incoming helicopters as well and tanks. It's just going to be so annoying to do. Anyways, we got to the next base. Oh, and by the way, the weapons I am using is an AK-47 and a Makarov pistol. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it wouldn't let me pick my weapon loadout, so that's what I'm running. We managed to find myself a sniper rifle, which would be extremely useful, but of course, we unfortunately died extremely easily. We managed to make our way back up to the area, and I got myself the RPG, or the launcher, whatever it's even called, and we destroyed the tanks. After destroying the last tank, we put down the explosives, but of course, it took absolutely forever to explode it because Woods, and of course the Chinese geezer, I don't even know how to pronounce his name because I will butcher it, would take it forever to run. And then we have to destroy even more tanks. After the tanks, we have to destroy helicopters, which was very annoying simply because I didn't realise that the launcher had a homing missile. At this point, I was dying constantly because there were just so many enemies everywhere and I just can't kill them all at once. After what felt like absolutely ages and many of deaths, we managed to get to this side of the map where we have to claim our weapon supplies. Unfortunately, this part was just so annoying. I will admit, I probably died about at least 20 times. After many of deaths, we managed to get our way back to the horse and leave. For some reason, it's even further where I put it, but it doesn't even matter. We've finally escaped. After going back to the base, we saw an absolute humongous tank. Looks like the Russians are trying one more attempt to beat us. And with determination, we went straight to the Russian tank. Unfortunately, my horse died, and for some reason, I keep spamming RT and LT, not holding it down. I don't know why, I always do that. Anyways, we managed to dodge the tank just in time, and then we destroyed the tank. After exploding the tank, the numbers went back to the Mason's head, and we tried to kill Krovchenko. We took him into interrogation where we even had to torture him. In the end, Woods killed Krovchenko, but of course the Afghanistans betrayed us because they are actually working with Raul Mendes. They left us to die in the desert, but Reznov came and saved us. Even though he's not real and just in Mason's head, we managed to finish the mission with Reznov's help. In the next mission, I absolutely love this. This is like a tower defense type mini game you can play, which I actually really enjoy a lot. But of course, we're skipping the tutorial instantly. I marked where I want my forces to be, and then the enemy forces arrived. This mission was way harder than I expected, because I had to keep going back to A, B, and C no matter what, and it was just so much to handle. Playing this mission on a hard difficulty is not easy whatsoever. If you do die, it's completely fine because you get to play it as another troop. Well, that is the issue. You get to play it as another troop. It was becoming really bad, and I even have to use the machine gun because I don't want to waste all my troops. Unfortunately, we lost so much, to the point we have to even retreat back to D, which was not easy whatsoever. I just kept dying so many times, and I just did not have enough troops to defend this area. There was just so much to deal with. You have to deal with the drones, the people, but unfortunately, we lost in the end. Luckily for me, this doesn't actually count as a campaign mission, so I don't actually have to complete it. But mission complete, I guess? On to the next mission, where we actually have to play as Raul Mendes for a little bit. I am so surprised that we don't really play as any villains in the campaign apart from like no Russian, but that's literally about it. Then we got captured alive, and this guy actually saved us. If you didn't know who he is, he's actually a Panama dictator. Man, I remember the controversial stuff about him. In rage after what happened to Josefina, we knocked out this guy. The thing is, as playing as Raul Mendes, I can be a little bit more risky simply because I have more HP, I'm way more faster, and also I can regenerate health way quicker. Even though we are doing pretty well, killing the enemies up ahead were a bit tricky, but lucky for me we got a Galil assault rifle with a scope. The thing is, as playing as Raul Mendes, you can literally use your machete to kill people and you can cut people's head off. That is absolutely brutal for this game. We managed to get back to the room where Josefina is, but Hudson tried to pull us away so we can't get to her, but Woods threw the grenade. 15 minutes earlier we now play as Mason. Luckily for me, my secondary is a sniper rifle, which will be extremely useful. I kind of give up saying what guns I'm using because you can clearly see what gun I am using, and the game never lets me customize my guns, so you can clearly see what I'm using. Anyways, we're making our way through Raul Mendes' place, his city, his palace, or whatever it even is. And with pure skill, we're cutting stuff with our own Molotov because I'm an absolute pro. We're actually doing pretty well as well. With the sniper rifle in our hands, we're doing pretty well, killing everyone very easily. We make our way through and we see Raul Mendes going into the farm, but of course Woods loses his shit and try to go after him, but luckily for us, Hudson holds him back. Then we quickly make our way into Raul Mendes' courtyard, or convoy, or whatever this place even is. Making sure to kill absolutely everyone because I can definitely tell there'll be someone with a shotgun nearby. After killing everyone, we're making our way down to Raul Mendes' cocaine factory. While in the cocaine factory, I claimed the CIA intel because I've actually never claimed it before, and I remember watching a video about it a long time ago. After leaving the cocaine factory, Woods loses his shit and starts to chase down Menendez, which was extremely risky for me because I can easily die. But no, it's Woods. He doesn't care about me. Woods sees Raul Menendez. Without a second to think, he instantly starts shooting. We hold him back, but of course Wood hits us. In an attempt to kill Raul Menendez, Woods throws a grenade, but of course it didn't go well and we complete the mission. On to the next mission, I'm actually allowed to pick my loadout. I'm picking an M27 assault rifle and a ballistic sniper rifle, which will be extremely useful. We start off the mission by trying to fix the claw. Once fixed, it started killing enemies, which is extremely useful. And I can also control it where I want it to shoot as well. We killed all the enemies and got to this section right here. We're going to have to put all our claws inside of this machine so they can go on the rooftop and help us from above. And so far we're doing pretty good. This sniper rifle has been extremely useful for me, especially with the thermal scope. After pushing even more forward, unfortunately our claws can no longer help us. After killing all the enemies, you have to go inside of here before we get killed by the bus.
Oh shit. That was a close one, huh? I still got my balls.
That's good. I mean, we made it inside. We got to this section of the map where we have to be careful and take cover, or the drones will spot us. Yeah, I don't know why they're called drones, they're literally helicopters, but yeah, whatever. After being extremely sneaky bastards, we managed to make our way into the sewers. Then we made our way inside of this convoy point, or whatever it's really called. We have to find Raul Menendez, and we found him pretty quickly actually. Shortly after listening to intel about Raul Menendez, we found DeFalco. Unfortunately for us, we've been compromised, because Raul Menendez can now see through walls apparently. But there are so many enemies. Lucky for us though, we can still use our claws, and with the claws we basically killed everyone and everything in sight. Now we have to get inside of a vehicle and get to the exfil point before we get killed. Luckily for us, we managed to hack inside of our drone and we used it for our advantage, dominating the battlefield. And we also did a bit of driving as well, which I wasn't the best at. I'll tell you what though, I really enjoyed using the drone, killing literally everything, all the helicopters, all the cars. It was just so fun. But unfortunately for me, my fun ended because the helicopter got destroyed. And with no support in sight, we have to drive to the exfil. We made our way to the exfil and... On to the next mission where I picked a 5.7 pistol. Yeah, don't ask why. And of course I picked a sniper rifle. We started off by landing on a lovely resort. And hey, Harper looks way better now. And then we made our way through security. And then we went inside of the elevator. I don't know why, but looking down kind of reminds me of when I went on the cruise on Arvia. We made our way down to our destination and killed 2 bad guys already. And then we went to a vent shaft and put Ziggy inside. Yes, Ziggy, the robot spider. After being a little bit sus by going into vents, we scanned this person's eye. After they killed Ziggy, we now have to fight even more enemies, and of course I changed my gun immediately. After killing everyone, we turned on the CRC computer. While using the CRC computer, we accessed some intel on Karma, which turns out to be a girl named Chloe. Not some random hacking system, kind of forgot Chloe even existed in this game. And of course this music starts playing, never mind. Even though the enemies throw smoke grenades, thank God with my thermoscope I can see enemies and never mind. After many and many deaths later, we managed to get ourselves inside of the rave party. How the fuck do you say party? We make our way to the dance floor, where Harper and Chloe are, but of course the Falcon comes in and starts killing civvies. But Chloe can't stand the fact civvies getting killed, so of course she speaks up. Then me and Harper have a slow-mo scene together killing everyone. I love you, Harper. Anyways, after leaving the rave party, we found out that the Falco and its men blew up the ship. Yeah, I'm surprised that this is a ship as well. But anyways, they're taking Chloe away as well. Luckily for us, we've got a better gun in the armory. And now we have to chase down to Falco before they take Chloe away. Meaning we have to be quick because I'm on a time limit. But unfortunately for us, they took Chloe away before we got to them. Meaning we failed the mission. But mission complete at the same time. Yeah, there's different endings, I don't understand. On to the next mission where I pick my guns. I'm picking a Colt M16A1 and a Barrett sniper rifle. We start off the mission by retrieving the bag from the shed and having a few beers with McKnight. After that, us and the US forces start attacking Panama to capture Noriega. I'm pretty sure I butchered that name. And now we're making our way through the city. And I will admit, I did underestimate how good assault rifles actually are in this game. To be honest with you, I was literally going to be using marksman rifles and sniper rifles. Anyways, we made our way up to the hangar rooftop. Then we made our way inside of the hangar and I found myself a flak jacket which should be extremely useful later on. After helping our men, we make our way to the front entrance of the motel. Then we went inside of the room where Noriega is to interrogate him. After interrogating him, we got new orders from Hudson. After getting our new orders, we have to transport Noriega on foot through the slums. Which wasn't really that easy because I died quite a few times. After making our way out of the slums, we tried to help an injured civvy, but of course this guy comes out of the wall and starts attacking me, which gives the perfect opportunity for Noriega to run away, but luckily for me, Mason killed the bad guy before he kills us. After getting Noriega back, we have to quickly run and jump to the other side of the building before we die. After transporting Noriega to the army checkpoint, Hudson gives us another new task, and I'm pretty sure all of you know what this is. We have to kill Raul Menendez, but if you played this before, you'll definitely know that this is not Raul Menendez, instead Mason. So I shoot the legs instead. After finding out that this is not Raul Menendez but instead Mason, Raul Menendez comes in and shotguns our legs with the Smash 12 shotgun. Imagine that though, getting shotgun to the kneecap. Oh. If you remember the mission we played as Raul Menendez, we picked up a CIA intel. Well, the intel tells us there is a mole within the CIA, that mole of course being Hudson. Anyways, mission complete. On to the next mission where I picked my guns. I'm using a Scar H assault rifle and a Ballistica sniper rifle as usual. Yep, that's right, we're playing Fortnite. Starting off the mission, we play as Farid, our inside man who will be helping us get Raul Menendez, while Harper is also talking down our ear. I wish Harper speaks down my ear. Moving on. We walk to the stage with Raul Menendez where he talks to his people of Yemen. Before the mission, we learn about Raul Menendez is using a cyber attack against USA and China because USA and China are working together now? Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, the US Army starts an attack on Yemen. And I thought it was a good idea to shoot Raul Menendez, but apparently he wouldn't let me and had to watch the entire cutscene again. We make our way through the streets of Yemen, even killing the US forces if I have to, and guess what? I kind of have to kill all of them. I'll tell you what though, the sniper rifle is extremely useful for taking out the drones in one shot. I mean, I'm surprised as well. We meet up with Raul Menendez again and he shoots down the US helicopter which has Harper inside. I try to kill Raul Menendez instead of Harper because I'm not killing Harper, but Raul Menendez shoots us instead and kills us, leaving Harper injured. As Farid is now dead, we now play as David, killing everyone on the street with the helicopter. Yeah, I'm just going to say Mason instead of David because his name is also Mason, but I'm just not going to say David. Anyways, we meet up with Harper where he tells us where Raul Menendez is. We go through the streets of Yemen playing as Mason now, killing off all the bad guys to get to Raul Menendez. I feel like this is the mission where the sniper rifle is extremely useful because there's so many far enemies and using the thermoscope helps so much. We get to Raul Menendez where we capture him alive and he just kind of surrenders very easily and peacefully. Anyways, mission complete. On to the next mission where I pick my guns. I'm using the SVU sniper rifle and an R870 shotgun. These guns will be very helpful simply because this mission is very close quarters. We start off the mission by interrogating Raul Menendez. But of course, the ship goes into a lockdown and Raul Menendez has Salazar hostage. Raul Menendez then tells us to turn around and put the cuffs on and then he knocks us out. He definitely has a kink. After Salazar wakes us up, we get our guns and we have to go to the control room. And I will admit, I kind of underestimated how good the SVU sniper rifle actually is. I mean, this part right here kind of tells you how good the SVU sniper rifle actually is. It just kills everyone so quickly. We continue making our way to the control room, even using our machine guns to help us get there. After getting to the control room, we'd be denied out of our computer, meaning we have to go to a different control room to find where Raul Menendez is. While I was going to the next control room, I even stopped to help some of our men out. And I will admit, this mission was a little bit hard simply because there were just so many bad guys and it was very close quarters. Even our shotgun couldn't help us. After a handful of deaths, we managed to get to the other control room where we watch the CCTV to find out where Raul Menendez is. We now play as Raul Menendez, where we take the rip-off Nick Fury hostage. You can't tell me they don't look alike though. Even though Raul Menendez got Salazar and the other hostage, Salazar turns against us, killing our men. After injuring the rip-off Nick Fury, Raul Menendez starts hacking into our system, using our drones against us and using them to attack big cities around the globe. After finding out that Raul Menendez DDoS us, Nick Fury tells us that Salazar is working for Raul Menendez. After meeting up with Salazar and telling us why he did it, Harper couldn't care less and put a bullet through his head. After boarding the plane, we have to abandon the Obama ship before it blows up, meaning mission completed. On to the next mission, I'm picking my guns. I'm using the SVU sniper rifle yet again because it was really good last time, and I'm using an M27 assault rifle, which I barely used because I picked the wrong scope. We started off by transporting the president because during the starting cutscene the plane that we were in exploded. Then the bridge exploded, so we used the nearby SAM charge to destroy all the incoming drones. After that, we supported the president by sniping all the incoming enemies, which will be way easier than being down there. Then we quickly grappled down before the highway crumbled on us. We got into the car with the drive to the downtown LA bunker. I don't know why, but playing this mission really makes me feel really bad for LA simply because it just gets battered so much in video games and in real life too. Anyways, after our car gets hit by a lorry, we have to destroy 3 claws to get through. I don't know what it is, but playing this entire mission just makes me hate Raul Menendez so much. He is probably the greatest villain in Call of Duty history, but at the same time probably the worst one as well. After destroying the Lost Claw, we can finally make our way to the downtown plaza. After making our way through the plaza, the tower in front of us crumbles down to the ground. Now we have to get inside of a fighter jet so we can help transport the president. I'm gonna lie with you, I actually thought I really hate this mission, but no, I'm actually really enjoying it surprisingly. And we're doing a pretty good job actually, protecting the president from all the incoming helicopters and MG turrets, until a group of drones come in. So we have destroyed all the incoming drones, and I went out of bounds so many times during this mission. Unfortunately for us, our jet got damaged way too much, and we have to do an emergency escape. Then we met up with Harper to complete the mission. On to the final mission of Black Ops 2. We're going back to the classic with the M60 LMG for the best damage and best power, and we're also going to be using the SVU sniper rifle again. Alright, I like the sniper rifle. We started off the mission by flying to Haiti, where the drones are being controlled at. But then our plane exploded, so we have to do an early dive. Then we landed at Haiti to capture Raul Menendez dead or alive and stop the drones. Then we keep pushing forward using everything that we have. And I tell you what though, for the modern era, the M60 is a pretty good gun. And we keep pushing forward using our airstrikes and killing off all the snipers and RPGs. And I would admit, I kept dying by RPGs so many times, but then again, the thermal sniper rifle did help with that a lot. Anyways, we quickly made our way into the main building. Then we hacked our way into the system to get ourselves an ARG for assistance. Then we make our way up to the control room to see if we can disable the drones before they attack China and other major countries. We failed to get into the system, but Raul Menendez started talking to us on all broadcasts. After Raul Menendez's speech, he self-destructs all of the drones to distract us so we can escape easily, but we found one of our men rigged with explosives. Now Raul Menendez is trying to blow up the entire place so we can escape. The floor exploded and we now see Raul Menendez trying to escape. So we pick up the nearby pistol and start killing all the enemies. Then we stab Raul Menendez and we pinned him down and put a gun against his head. We had the option to either kill Raul Menendez or capture him alive, so of course I killed him. Then we went back to save Harper because do you really think that I'm going to let Harper die? No! By the way, are these Raul Menendez kids? Because I literally have no idea. Then we watched the plane fly away and we completed Black Ops 2 on the hardest difficulty. I really enjoyed playing Black Ops 2 campaign. It made me feel like a kid again. If that was the intense missions, or the cutscenes, or even discovering new things that I've never seen before. It was really enjoyable, and I had an absolute blast playing it again. We really had it all back in the day. Back when the devs actually cared about putting love into the game. Nowadays, they only care about making money. And I will admit, I really do enjoy the newer campaigns, like Black Ops 6 or Modern Warfare 2, but you can't really beat the classics. And also, since when Raul Menendez and Woods played alongside Avenged Sevenfold, my favourite metal band, playing Carry On? When was this a thing? But anyways, I really did enjoy playing this campaign again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. This video took me days and days to make. So if you consider subscribing and pressing the like button, it will help out a massive ton. And I'll see you all in the next one.